Alright, this series has gone on enough. Let's knock out this inventory before I kill over, okay? So last ones we need to get to is celebrations, some miscellaneous cards, and some Chinese cards. So let's get into it. We got, first of all, Umbreon Gold Star, 25th anniversary, PSA 10. Gotta love it. This is the only Umbreon I submitted. I got a PSA 10. Love to see it. So Umbreon, we got Venusaur PSA 10. Obviously, these have come down in price pretty significantly. 9 Tapu Lele. We got Lance's talk about Charizard card, come down in price. This one definitely, especially if you didn't get a 10. Here comes Team Rocket. Look at this 7. I love it. Probably, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this card. It is a 7. Like, what are you gonna do with a 7? I don't know. Surfing Pikachu VMAX. We got Gardevoir EX, PSA 10, M Rayquaza EX. Again, these are all English. Already reviewed the Japanese, so gotta love it. And if you are asking why I sleeve some and not sleeve the others, there's a certain value threshold that I tend to keep up with. The sleeved ones versus the raw ones are pretty much like, you know, below $50, below $40. So that is the 25th anniversary cards that I do have left. I think there's a couple other that I have somewhere. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know. So 25th anniversary Japanese. I have a few more. This is obviously the Cosmoem. There's probably a few letters missing there, but it's obviously Lily's Pokemon. So got that guy. Got Lunala. These are obviously all the reverse hollows from the set where you got one per box. Oh man, is it one per box? Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it looks like it was possibly one per box. Here comes Team Rocket, but in a PSA 10 on the Japanese side. Beautiful card. PSA 9. We got a bunch of these Mew cards. So Mew PSA 10 though. PSA 9. We got the Gyarados PSA 10. I did actually get a bunch of a couple repeats of a lot of these cards that I've already put away because they're repeats. I don't know, you guys don't want to see 100 of the same cards, so not saying I had 100 of these, just saying I may have like 3 or 4 of them that I just didn't want to repeat through the video aspect. I want this one to be under 10 minutes, so because I don't have that many of them. We got the Korokoro Ishiban promo of Snorlax that came out in 2021. We got the Jolteon VMAX. This is a miscellaneous pile. These guys are so hard to grade. Oh my gosh, Jolteon VMAX, the premium collection, so hard to grade. I only got a handful of them being a PSA 10. It's crazy. Typhlosion First Edition Neogenesis, pretty out there, as in, you know, why are these with all the other cards? Only reason it's kind of a meme. Only reason I got this card was because of the 696996 cert. I thought that was pretty funny, and I'm a child, so I bought it. So you know, probably overpaid for it, whatever. But I'm the only one with the 696996 cert of Typhlosion First Edition, so it is what it is. This card is beautiful. This is the promo that came out in the English box, the little small but mighty box. PSA 9, beautiful card. I may try to crack it to get the PSA 10, but it may just have some slight surface damage. No whitening whatsoever. Only like very, very tiny right there. But centering is pretty good. I don't know why this got a PSA 9, but maybe I'll crack it and get a PSA 10. I don't know. We got these Mews. This is the first place Mews. I got an 8 and a 9. These are league promos. I don't know why they're not more expensive than they are. Probably because the amount that they were giving out. Some whitening top and bottom. That's why 9 and 8 a little bit more significant whitening. So these are cool. Just have them. We got the good old Acerola VMAX Climax. This was actually a PSA return because Oh my gosh. Sometimes USPS just quote unquote loses packages sometimes and they don't show up for like a month. And then I have to refund the guy because obviously it didn't show up to his place in time. And he was like, it's not here. I want my money back. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, send him back his money. And then it finally shows up, and then he sent me back the card, thankfully. You know, in that aspect, in that scenario, like, I could totally be out of the money and the card. The guy could show, like, hey, I didn't receive the card still, but it did show up at his house. He could be like, oh, I didn't receive the card. And then I'd be screwed because I have no other course of action. Kind of sucks. But Vaporeon V right here, PSA 8. Again, these are so hard to grade. They're not really worth anything in a PSA 8. PSA 9 Vaporeon VMAX. PSA 9 Vaporeon V. I'll have these categorized. We got the Ho-Ho with the nice little swirl right by his head. If you can see that there. Beautiful. I got it in a trade, level 45, Japanese, 2007. Really cool card. What was this? No, it's called Shining Darkness. That's what it was. I thought it was something else, but we got the M Charizard EX PSA 9 from Evolutions. Got the Gardevoir PSA 8 from Steam, everyone's favorite set, Steam Siege. And then we are going into our last subject matter, which is the the Chinese cards that I do have. So let's do the least significant to the most significant. So we got these. So I got a bunch of the Lily boxes, and in the Lily boxes they had some packs. So I opened the packs. PSA 9. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's probably right here because I have it in the sleeve. PSA 10 of the Ho-Ho. We got this guy, Desu Due I. Oh boy, I just butchered that name. I'm sorry. I don't know who this guy is, actually. Ugh. This is obviously from I know it is in Shiny GX because it's easier to think, but not Shining Fates, Hidden Fates. Probably from Hidden Fates. 2022, obviously the Chinese version. They're kind of catching up. We got the Sol Galileo GX, all gold, and then you've got the Aqua Patch. Had to cancel this guy's order because he didn't see that this was the Chinese version, which you can see if it's Chinese by the, oh boy, this is a little bit hard to see. SC is the Chinese. I don't know. I guess it is kind of hard to see if it's Chinese or not. But obviously the set name gives it away. The Abundant Storm Emerging. It's obviously not hidden. That's not Shiny GX. So going into the next, we got some lilies. If you like Lily, look at this beautiful Lily card. Oh my gosh, the actual texture on this card is beautiful. Got a PSA 9. Got a PSA 10. I thought I had a PSA 8. Oh, there you are. Yeah, PSA 8 right here. And then we got these lilies. These lilies were actually, you had to win them in a competition. So this is the Challenge Day Lily. You had to win them in a competition. They were a prize card. We got a PSA 9, PSA 10. We got another Challenge Day, Guzma. Again, you had to win them in a competition. Again, Cynthia competition as well. And then we got the Acerola. This actually came from Dreams May Come in Set A. Their Set A in Set Bravo. Set Bravo had the Challenge Day Lily that actually was the really expensive one. They had that in that set. So this is how you got the Acerola. Got the PSA 9, sadly. And then these three cards are phenomenal. So these are obviously the Evolutions alt arts, but in Japanese and Chinese they were released completely different than they were in the English. In the Chinese, they were released as prized promos that you can get, where if you win a competition in Japan, and especially if you win a competition in China, you are able to get these cards. So this is the only way to get the Japanese texture. Let me see if I can accurately show it on camera right quick, the texture on this card is very, very different than that of the English version. You can see the sun shining, and the depth of the card is very different than the English version of this card. And this card, I guess, is a little bit more matte than the other cards, but we can see the other cards as well. The glistening, kind of the background of the mountains as well as just the whole glitter pattern. Again, this was the very only time that you could also get the Chinese texture was from the Japanese texture in the Chinese card. This in Japan is priced a lot more than in the Chinese. Chinese, I think raw is like $1,000 per, something like that, $1,000 per card, and it is very hard to come by in Japan. But again, these cards you are only able to get with the texture and with the quality in China or in Japan. So really awesome that I was able to acquire these three. But that wraps up the inventory list. Honestly, the only thing else I have to show off is my personal collection. But the personal collection I will show for another day. I'll probably make it a whole video series of my personal Pikachu collection or my personal everything collection, where I show my Pikachu cards, show my Poncho Pikachu cards, I show my Gold Stars, and a bunch of my Charizards. But until that day, this is my whole inventory list until I make a whole nother inventory list as well in the future. But right now I'm just categorizing, organizing, seeing what needs to go where. But this video, compared to all the other inventory videos, have been very short. Thanks for sticking with me through this all inventory, everything. Hopefully you enjoyed it, looking at all these shiny children's cardboard, these very unique cards. I mean, a lot of these cards people forget, like, oh yeah, league promos, first place, oh yeah, Lily Pad Mew, all that kind of cards. But you know, I do majority kind of sell more of the modern kind of cards, and more obviously Japanese focused and Japanese exclusive kind of cards. Not grading everything under the sun, but also showing a variation of obviously Chinese cards that you may not be aware of, and some that have unique artworks that other than in Japanese are very hard to even come close to them because of how expensive they are. But again, thank you for sticking with me and everything through this. But with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. See you guys.